Alright, good morning everybody. My name is Josiah Crane, and today I'm going to be giving an informative speech on exercise in the brain, aided by the PowerPoint. According to a study done at the University of British Columbia in 2014 and last accessed on July 12, 2019, researchers found that regular aerobic exercise, the kind that gets your heart rate up and your sweat glands pumping, appears to boost the size of your hippocampus, a brain area involved in verbal memory and learning. This should be important to all of us because we all have brains. Alright, there's three main points. The effects of regular exercise on your cognitive health, 1. 2. How increasing your heart rate through exercise will affect your memory and learning abilities. And 3. How routine exercise will affect your mental stability. So, starting off with our first point, the effects of regular exercise on your cognitive health. Before we go into that, the main point of this speech is that you'll be able to retain and regurgitate this information and be able to have a better understanding of exercise on your brain and how it affects it. So how much exercise is considered regular? According to Mayo Clinic's Department of Health and Human Services, at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity a week, or a combination of both, is considered to be regular exercise. Alright, so what areas of the brain are affected by exercise? You have your brain center of memory is called the hippocampus region, and that's where most of your long-term memories are stored. And we'll go into more depth about how that affects your brain later. But also your brain's plasticity, which is your brain's ability to change and adapt over time, is affected through exercise as well. So now that we've talked about our main point, how the brain is affected by regular exercise, we're going to move into my second point, how increasing your heart rate through exercise will affect your memory and learning abilities. So, the hippocampus. I went over a little bit before, now we'll go into a little more in depth. The hippocampus is this region right here, right above as your spinal cord comes up here, and you get this little region right here beside the amygdala. But anyways, this little thing. That's where all your long-term memories are stored. It also plays a big role in your spatial navigation. And this area of your brain, the hippocampus, is affected by exercise in that it's increased through regular exercise, and so your capacity to learn is increased as well. So brain plasticity. I went over this a little bit earlier, but I'm going to go into depth. Your brain's plasticity, again, is its ability to adapt and change over time. For example, when you're much younger, your brain has a greater level of plasticity as you're able to learn like new languages and stuff as you're younger. But as you grow older, parts of your brain become lower plasticity, so it's harder to learn new languages. But exercise can help your brain to stabilize its plasticity or increase it so that you're able to have more longevity. According to a research article on Wiley Online Library, first published on October 13, 2013, last accessed on July 12, 2019, it is well known that physical exercise has positive effects on cognitive functions in the hippocampal plasticity. However, the underlying mechanisms have remained to be further investigated. So now that we've talked about the effects of exercise on your learning abilities and your other things, we're going to move on to point number 3, last point, how routine exercise will affect your mental stability. Okay, so when you exercise, your body naturally creates endorphins. Endorphins are your body's ability to basically adapt to pain. So your body releases endorphins to alleviate pain and stress in your body. According to Medicine Net's article published on June 13, 2018, last accessed on July 12, 2019, stress and pain are the two most common factors leading to the release of endorphins. Endorphins interact with opiate receptors in the brain to reduce our perception of pain and act similarly to drugs such as morphine and codeine. In contrast to opiate drugs, however, it does not have the bad side effects of addiction or dependence. Okay, serotonin, another chemical that's released when you exercise regularly. Serotonin is commonly known as like your happy hormone in your brain, and it is released, excuse me, when you exercise. Serotonin is understood to be the chemical element in regulating mood, social behavior, appetite, digestion, sleep, memory, and sexual desire. Okay, so today we covered the effects of regular exercise on your cognitive health, how increasing your heart rate through exercise will affect your memory and learning abilities, and how routine exercise will affect your mental stability. So, in conclusion, through this informative speech, I hope you now know and understand the effects of routine exercise can have on your cognitive health, memory, and mental stability. Are there any questions about what I covered? What do you got?
So, like, the plasticity part, when you say, everyone as a kid, when you do stuff around kids, they say they're going to suck it up like a sponge.
Yeah.
That actually mean they're going to actually absorb everything
Yeah.
and learn it faster.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so as you're younger, the part of your brain that I guess absorbs the hippocampal region is much more, has higher levels of plasticity at time because you're able to retain so much information because you have so much new information coming in all the time. That's why they say if you can learn more languages when you're younger, do it, because later on it becomes more difficult as your brain loses that plasticity. But you can help to alleviate the lessening of plasticity as you become older by exercising and staying active. That's why you see some adults, as they get older especially, their plasticity levels go lower and lower down. They're not able to learn, and then they have like mental illnesses, stuff like Alzheimer's disease, stuff like that. So, yep. That's it. Thank you.
All right.
Goodbye.